You're listening to the KPOJ Morning Podcast, heard weekday mornings from 6 to 9 on AM620 KPOJ.
Tell us about spanning the state. I didn't mean to cut you off there.
That's all right. Notestine's come up with a couple for us to read, and if we're ready to go, we'll go ahead and do it.
Let's go. Spanning
Here's
the
a
state.
case of politics making estranged bedfellows. Public option, healthcare reforms pearl. If it's lost, watch progressives' hair curl. And that's brought the P word into Oregon's third. Someone's threatening to primary. Earl. Very good, Paul. Jane Hampshire, publisher of progressive blog Firedog Lake and a major online progressive fundraiser, made noises this week about primarying proud progressive Earl Blumenauer because during the summer he signed a letter along with about 60 other House members saying, we will not vote for any bill that doesn't have a robust public option. Now, they were speaking about the Waxman changes in the House bill that took it from Medicare plus 5 reimbursement rates to negotiated provider rates. But basically they were saying we don't find anything less than a robust public option tolerable, and now we're at the point where he would have to vote on a bill that doesn't have one, and
but
he took in...
That may not happen.
Well, that's true, but if it does, he's not given any indication that he would vote against it. And
we're talking about the Senate passed bill.
The right? Senate passed bill, right, that they would have to pass, in order to get something done at this point.
Right.
He got $2,300 out of the $430,000 that her organization and others have raised for those who said they would stand strong. And yet we have to wonder, how many lines in the sand do you draw before, you finally stand on one? And if you aren't going to stand on it, why make it?
That's right. It'd be very interesting to see if Earl did get a challenge from the left. As far as I know, he hasn't had a strong one since I've been here.
He hasn't had a strong challenge from any side, so
right.
I'm sure he's not quaking in his boots. But that's part of the problem in a bit.
Okay.
In a sense, is if you're not going to make good on your promises, what's the point of making the promise?
Okay, Paul Pimentel is one for one.
1 for 1. Here's
Let's
one
go.
about foul play. Foul. Farmers want their marauding to cease. Airports wish they would leave them in peace. The solution is clear. Get the flock out of here. Our state's overrun with
geese.
Wild geese. Aren't you glad I got that right?
I don't know, when you said foul, I was going to say those damn New York Yankees. But
can't live them, can't shoot them. We lead the nation in wild goose problems. I don't know how you count them, but 250,000 migrate through every year, and they cost millions to farmers and airports. So Senator Betsy Johnson is heading up a legislative task force to figure out what to do about the wild geese.
Wait
another task force.
Wait a minute.
Yay.
Betsy Johnson and airports? That doesn't mix.
I know, that set off bells, too.
Oh, my
She's
God.
trying to protect the airports from the geese.
Yes, she is.
Bird strike.
How much of that ground does she own? Okay, let's just move on.
Here's one about the advantages of social networking. The city of Prineville intends to cash in on Web 2.0 trends. While joblessness soars, forget mafia wars. Let's hire 200 new
Facebook data entrants.
Facebook friends. That's
Facebook
right.
friends. Okay, I got Facebook right.
They broke their ground on their ultra-green data storage facility, and it's going to bring 200 construction jobs, and there'll be about 35 people working there full-time afterwards. And I guess they'll be deleting people for, not being real persons.
Well, you missed this last week, Christine. Crook County, Prineville, where Paul is from, Facebook is building their data center there, and
That's
they're calling it the
fantastic.
Paul Pimentel Memorial Data Center.
And just as a tie-in to 6667, Facebook is getting a $2.8 million year break on local taxes. And, you wonder why we have an issue with low revenue.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, they are hurting for money.
Well,
Central
Crook County
Oregon.
has the highest unemployment rate in the state.
Yeah.
Right.
It's like 17.4%.
You know where they're building this new place? My parents went out and drove by it. It's by the dump.
Oh.
Seriously, it's out
By
by
the dump?
Yeah.
So there could be some data dumping?
Yeah, just toss it over the other side.
TJ,
Yeah.
thank you. It was fun. TJ, loadedorygun.net. Always a pleasure, sir.
Thank you.
Thank you, sir. All right, as Keith Oberman would say. That's TJ. We'll talk to you next week, TJ.
Take care.